Upon receiving the magic scissors, the man uses them to cut out a drawn apple, causing it to transform into a real apple. It remains unclear what other items can be brought to life through the power of the scissors. In the opening of the narrative, a middle-aged man's living quarters are revealed to be in disarray. Food wrappers and empty soda cans are strewn about the room, while posters of scantily clad women are displayed on the walls. Additionally, the table is cluttered with erotic magazines and cigar remnants. The man is depicted as sweaty and eagerly scouring adult websites in search of an appropriate film to watch later in the evening. After satisfying his needs, the man casually discards the dirty napkins on the floor and retires to bed. However, his slumber is abruptly interrupted by a knock at the door. Despite his attempts to identify the visitor, no one responds to his inquiry. Reluctantly, the man exits his bed and opens the door, only to discover no one standing outside. Upon scanning the ground, he detects a white box that has been left on his doorstep. With caution, he brings the enigmatic object inside and proceeds to carefully reveal its contents. Inside the box, he discovers a simple pair of scissors and a sheet of paper featuring a drawing of a green apple. The man then tests the scissors by making a few practice cuts in the air, yet nothing unusual transpires. He then employs them to cut out the apple drawing, but once again, nothing extraordinary appears to happen. Concluding that someone has played a foolish prank on him, the man disregards the apple drawing by placing it on the table and proceeds to rummage through the room for leftover food. He searches the coffee can and the bag of chips on the littered table, but both are empty, leaving him disappointed. While glancing around the room, he suddenly notices a green apple resting beside the mystical scissors. Without pausing to consider its origin, he takes a bite of the fruit, forming a hypothesis, and inspects the apple with amazement. He then returns to the white box to examine its contents once again, in search of any additional surprises. After confirming that only scissors and a drawing are present, the man decides to test the scissors again by cutting out a cup of coffee from an advertising booklet. As he gazes intently at the drawing, it remains nothing more than paper. Chuckling at his own foolishness, the man discards the paper on the floor, and suddenly hears the sound of shattered dishes from behind. Seated on the ground, he samples the liquid that has spilled on the floor from the broken cup. To his astonishment, he realizes that it is coffee, and he now holds the magical scissors that bring to life anything he cuts out of paper. The man is immediately besieged by lewd thoughts and rushes to the wall adorned with erotic posters. In an attempt to remove one, he unintentionally rips it in half. Next, the man focuses his attention on a nearby poster featuring another attractive girl. He throws back the covers, places the poster on the bed, and begins to cut out the girl he desires. As he works, he can't help but feel excited at the thought of what he will do with the model once she comes to life. However, just as he reaches the girl's head with his scissors, he is interrupted by a phone call. In his distraction, his hand slips and he accidentally cuts off the model's head. Panic-stricken, he places the torn pieces of the body and head next to him, and rushes to the table to find some scotch tape amidst the mess. Eventually, he locates it in a drawer and happily returns to the bed, but his progress is slowed by the disarray in the room, and he slips on the spilled coffee which he had neglected to clean up. The man tumbles to the ground and injures himself. As he picks himself up, he sees a pair of legs in front of him. He is stunned when he realizes that something is dripping onto his head. Looking up, the man is horrified to see that the girl from the poster has been brought to life, but not in the way he had hoped. Blood gushes from where her head should be, flowing down her slender body. Upon turning his gaze to the bed, the man spots the other part of her, the girl's bloody head. She stares back at him and grins beautifully, just like in the unsuccessful cutout he had made from the poster. Hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more movie recaps.